Prora is a resort on the German island of Rügen, which is located in the Baltic Sea. It is a picturesque place, but it became world famous not because of the scenery, pleasing to the eye. Popularity was brought to it by a huge hotel. An ambitious project from the time of the Third Reich received an unofficial, but very sounding name, Prorsky Colossus. The island of Rugen became a popular vacation spot on the Baltic Sea in the first decades after the creation of the German Empire. During the Weimar Republic it continued to develop successfully. Not surprisingly, it was on this island that they decided to build an exemplary vacation home for Aryan workers and loyal party members. Initially, the plans were truly grandiose. The Prorsky Colossus was built by order of the movement, Power Through Joy, founded in 1933 and dealing with the organization of leisure time for the population of the Third Reich. The architect Clemens Claudes worked on the plans. In the course of construction, the project changed many times. For example, at one time in the plans was a concert hall for 20,000 people. It was added on the personal order of Adolf Hitler. Subsequently, the hall was abandoned, possibly due to financial difficulties. It was assumed that the perimeter will stand spotlights with the help of which, at night can create a so-called temple of light, which should be a very impressive sight. Among other objects that were planned to build on the territory of the hotel, swimming pool and music pavilion, theaters and other venues. The photo of the hotel from a bird's eye view is striking. The complex had 8 six-story buildings, stretching for 4.5 kilometers along the shoreline. Their construction was carried out at the same time from 1936 to 1939. But because of the outbreak of World War II, the workers were transferred to the armaments factories in Peenemunde. The buildings were designed in such a way that all rooms had a view of the Baltic Sea. Showers in the rooms, but they were located in the annexes. The furnishings in the rooms were modest and their area barely exceeded 12 square meters. The complex was to be managed by a single control panel. Each room was going to be equipped with a radio point, so that vacationers could listen to the sanatorium radio. It was supposed that the first guests would arrive in the summer of 1940. A week's stay was going to be inexpensive. They wanted to charge 20 Reichsmarks for it. At the same time, a skilled worker or employee would receive about 80 Reichsmarks a month. The remaining cost of the voucher was paid by the German Labor Front. The total capacity of the vacation home was to be about 20,000 people, and the room stock would consist of 10,000 rooms, which would make it the largest hotel in the world. By comparison, the largest hotel by room count, First World Hotel Plaza in Malaysia, currently has 7,351 rooms. Every day, 3,000 vacationers were to enter the Prorsky Colossus. It was planned that many of them would get there by trains, following a specially built railway line, but because of the Second World War, these plans were not destined to come true. After the war, the Prorsky Colossus was used as a temporary camp for the inhabitants of Hamburg and other severely damaged settlements. In 1948, the buildings were equipped with barracks for 10,000 military personnel. At first they were occupied by the Soviet Army, then they were replaced by East German soldiers. After the unification of the country, the complex went to the Bundeswehr. At the end of 1992, it stopped using it and left the island. The Prorsky Colossus was deserted. In the 21st century, the Prora resort found a second life. However, it was not without fierce discussions in society. There were many people who believed that it was not worth it to restore the architectural monument of the Third Reich. In 2011, the opening of a youth camp for 400 people took place. At the dawn of the 2010s, part of the hotel was bought by the German company Metropole Marketing. It decided to do everything possible to make sure that the dark past of Prora would not be reminded of itself. Its goal was to turn the Nazi sanatorium into a modern tourist paradise. Renovation is in full swing. Apartments and condominiums in the renovated buildings are popular with buyers. The architectural appearance of the complex has not changed too much. Remain simple functional forms and modest facades without decorations. Perhaps the only changes in appearance that catch the eye are the open-air swimming pools and glass balconies. That's all I have to say. I hope you learned something new and it was interesting for you. Be sure to rate the video with likes or dislikes and share it on social networks. See you soon.